What is going on, family? Welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all doing good. I hope y'all doing well. We are doing some more anime character rankings. Probably the last one we do when it comes to the whole new gen stuff. We had a couple of videos we did a couple of weeks ago. We did new gen characters, we did new gen openings, and we did the new gen anime themselves, of course, according to the Uwufufu and the tier list. Found this one. This is specifically new gen main characters, so we might see some reoccurring characters that we saw in the overall character one, but this is mainly focused on the main characters. You know how they kind of do this where we don't know what the exact I guess definition of what new gen is. A lot of people are saying, I guess, like the overall one is that it's anything from 2010 and over. I don't know if that relates to specifically the manga or the anime, what makes it new gen, according to the whole 2010 thing. You know what I'm saying? Here we are. It's only 32 people, so it's nothing too crazy. I know you kind of see a sneak peek right here. Aaron. Aaron's a very, very good protagonist. We all know AOT ended this year. I'm pretty sure it was AOT ended last year, right? The end of last year, I'm pretty sure. Great, great closing to the anime. Let's jump right into it. Of course, I'm gonna have all the links and stuff like that down below, so you want to do it yourselves and stuff like that. Of course. Like I said, hope y'all doing good. Hope your families are well. Hope y'all are well. So starting off with a pretty, at least for me, simple choice. We have Lloyd Forger, of course, from Spy Family. We have Rudius from I'm blanking right now, but I'm pretty sure y'all know who it is on the right. You know what I'm saying? He just had the last season where he just got together with Sylphie and Mushoku Tensei. There we go, Mushoku Tensei, right? Yeah, the whole thing with Sylphie, him trying to cure his erectile dysfunction. I know it sounds crazy if you haven't watched the show, but just go watch. I know there's a lot of controversy around Mushoku Tensei as well, but I feel like, not to say if you just don't if you bypass that, but in the sense of I think in accordance to the story, it makes sense. It drives the story forward and things like that. So I really do enjoy Mushoku Tensei. I like Spy Family too. Very heartwarming, very caring. I know a lot of people have a lot of love for Lloyd, of course, Anya and Yor. But if I have to pick in terms of main character, I think I'm gonna base this off mainly just of course, if I like them, obviously, but just how they're written. And just I know it can be kind of hard because Rudius is coming from a fantasy, has some dramatic parts compared to Lloyd. We're just coming from Spy Family, which is a lot more just slice of life kind of stuff. But me personally, I do like Rudius more. And I'm not the biggest Spy Family fan. I did watch season 1. I haven't watched the most recent seasons. You know what I'm saying? But please don't crucify me. Don't crucify me. Okay, we got my boy Rimuru, and this is automatically biased because I really do like slime. Not I love slime, it's the best anime ever, but I really do enjoy it. I'm an isekai trash lover. Not saying slime is a part of the isekai trash trope, but I do love my isekais. You know what I'm saying? Jotaro, I have not watched JoJo's yet. I don't even know if JoJo's is even considered new gen. I'm assuming it probably is, especially for the newer ones. I'm looking at the one that has the yellow hair and the one we recently just got with Stone Ocean. Looking at JoJo's, but I have not watched it, so I can't pick it in good faith. But for all the JoJo's fans, I hear you. I need to get. I think I watched part 1. I got to part 2. And I fell off towards the beginning. I know a lot of people say if you get through part 1, it starts picking up, you start going crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I really need to pick it back up and finish it, honestly, because every time I see a clip, or even when I see Dio doing his fucking time-stopping ability, that should look mad cool. I ain't gonna hold you at all. Looking between Tatsumi and Josuke, I know I just said I don't watch JoJo's. But thing is, I did like Agame Get Kill. I know. And the funny part is, I don't know if he's even the MC. I don't want to spoil what happens in Agame Kill if you haven't watched it on the one on the right. But isn't he is he really the MC, or is it Akame? She's, of course, her name is in the title of the whole anime, and the manga in the first place. And if you watch the manga, you know what happens. Or not watch, but if you watch the anime, you know what happens. I think it's a lot different than the manga, so I don't know. But in the anime, it's got spoiler warnings. This man passes away on the right. And then we kind of switch main characters at the very end of the show. But I guess, like I said, it's not even biased, but I've watched Agame Get Kill. I still haven't watched all of JoJo's, but I feel if I watched JoJo's, I would for sure would pick the guy on the left. If I was still doing this with my homie Pan, I'd probably be going Josuke right now. But I have to go with what I've watched for right now. Leolius or Itadori? Easily Itadori. 7 Deadly Frames. Started off with very high potential, but with each season it just got worse and more worse. I don't know how they dropped the ball so hard, especially because they had a really interesting group of cast characters. You know, just looking at Merlin, looking at King, looking at what's my favorite character's name? Escanor. Like, they had a great cast, but like just the P, like the CP shit they got going on with this Meliodas and the whole like the how, and I guess not even just the characters, but how like the story is written and how like, oh yeah, like he can't die, he loses his memories, and then Elizabeth becomes a baby and he's like loves a baby, and it's just like, I get it, like I get like the story and stuff like that, but that shit is still just nah. And honestly, as like looking at the like Meliodas as like a main character coming from Seven Deadly Frames, I low-key don't mess with them in the main character. I feel like there's a lot more interesting characters. I guess you can say the same thing about Itadori in a sense, where like looking at Gojo, looking at like even like Nanami, Nobara, like a lot of people around him are more interesting than Itadori, but like I feel like he just holds his own way more than fucking Meliodas. So easily Itadori. And you know, JJK this last season was goated, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad with that pick at all. Instant locking Kaneki. I just read the manga a couple months ago. Fire manga. I recommend reading the original Tokyo Ghoul and then Tokyo Ghoul Re, both of them phenomenal. I know the anime, they sold like fuck. Like the first season was pretty decent, but like every season after that it just got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. But go read the manga. I know people hate hearing that, but the Tokyo Ghoul manga is like really, it's up there. It's like damn, I think it's like in my top 5 manga of all time. I know Classroom of the Elite, I did like season 1. I haven't watched any other future seasons. I know a lot of people like put him as like one of like really like smart characters, but I'm not repping that, man. Y'all got it. I know a lot of people say like look at I think the light novel more over the anime. They'd be doing him more justice, but you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna leave that to y'all. Between Jin, Mori, and Shinra, of course, Jin coming from God of High School, right? And then we got Shinra looking from Fire Force. I know I gave a lot of hate to Fire Force on this count. Majority of it is just jokes. I just can't stand Tamaki. But I haven't read the original webtoon, so I can't really speak from that. And just looking from the anime alone, they blitzed through the fucking source material in the anime. Like, this anime made no sense. The boxing, the fighting, clean. They did their thing. But the story-wise, I don't even know what this main character is even about. This man starts turning into the Monkey King by the end of the 12 episodes. I don't know what the fuck going on. At least with Shinra, we know a lot more about him. They build his character a lot more. We know his ideal, trying to save his brother, stuff like that. And he's a good character, bro. He's a cool character. I think there's more interesting people around him. Again, like how come we talked about Itadori earlier, but compared to Jin, definitely picking Shinra. Like I said, I did not read the webtoon. So if I read the webtoon, I'd be like more locked in with Jin. Maybe it has like a lot more character development and stuff like that. But from what I'm seeing right now, no. You know what I'm saying? Subaru and Takemichi. I know they call this man the biggest crybaby. People want to call Deku a crybaby. This man right here cries at least 3 times per episode. I don't know, bro. I watched season 1. I think I watched a little bit of season 2. Fell off of it. I know a lot of y'all who read the manga. Y'all were like, oh, the manga is so peak. It was going crazy. And I don't know what the fuck happened, but something happened in the manga like towards the end where people just started saying this shit's ass for Tokyo Revengers. I don't know what the hell happened, but it went from like this shit is peak new gen to like hell nah, don't read this shit. So I don't know. I guess they didn't stick the landing. Looking at Subaru, I'm not fully caught up on what's it called? ReZero. There we go. I'm not fully caught up on ReZero, but I did watch season 1. I think I watched season 2 as well, and then I haven't watched it since. But when I was watching it, peak Subaru, great main character, the entire cast and stuff like that. But his character development, the stuff that he goes through is actually insane. It's kind of cool too, cause like I don't know if Uefufa does this shit on purpose, but these are both like time changing anime. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they're facing up against each other is pretty cool. There's no way this can be randomized, cause that had to be planned. There ain't no way. Senku versus Shinichi. I'm easily going with Shinichi. What's it? I know it's Parasite, right? I think it's just Parasite. Parasite, phenomenal. I don't want to say slept on because a lot of people have watched Parasite. It's just like maybe it's people have watched it, but they don't like actively talk about it. But whenever you bring it up, I feel like yeah, I watched that. It was like 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 immediately. You know what I'm saying? Great main character, lots of character development, of course, compared to how he was beginning to the end of the season. Absolutely. Senku, I love Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is mad cool. Again, haven't finished it, but I think I watched like the first like 3 seasons or something. It's either 2 or 3 seasons. I ended off on the point where I guess spoiler warning, but like the main enemy when Senku finally beat him, like, you know, a whole brains versus brawn type of thing, and then they went to go look for a cure for him after I think they put him in like cryostasis or something like that. That's where I ended up. But like when I was watching it, of course, it was a very heartwarming show. They taught you a lot about science and things like that, obviously. Good action, good just tactical smart abilities and stuff. This man's smart as shit. We all know that shit. But comparing like main character to main character, I definitely prefer Shinichi, from Shinichi more. I just like Parasite more too. It just as an anime overall, they're vastly different, of course. But you know, Parasite, Shinichi for sure got my pick for sure. Okay, so there goes Jolene. I was talking about the whole Stone Ocean thing earlier, and my boy Boji. And honestly, insta-locked Boji. Even if I did watch JoJo, I think I still would pick Boji. I love Ranking of Kings. It's one of my favorite anime like ever, genuinely. That final fight scene, that last episode, oh my gosh, Boji's character development. And he's kind of one of those characters where it's kind of like a Naruto type of thing, where like he affects the people around him more than like him changing. He still has his own character development, but it's his effect on everybody else around him. And Boji, bro, he's definitely, I think he won best boy like multiple times at the anime awards and stuff like that, bro. I love that dude. That's my guy. That's my guy right there. Again, I haven't read JoJo's. For sure have not watched the most recent season of JoJo, so I don't know too much about Jolene. All I know is I think she's the first female the first female like JoJo, right? Like the, you know, for the entire series. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which is mad fire, and I'm pretty sure Stone Ocean is probably mad cool. But like I said, I haven't watched it yet or read it or anything like that. But I have watched Boji. There goes Giorno. There goes Asta. Again, probably gonna go for Asta. Haven't watched JoJo's. Asta, I can't see Asta going too far. It'll be like, I know when it first came out for Black Clover, a lot of people found him annoying and things like that. He got better over time. I really didn't find him annoying from the beginning. I thought he was just, you know, just pretty just chill main character. He got better over time, mad strong, increasing his powers. Again, one of those characters that kind of like changed what's going on around him. And of course, when he comes into contact with them, like with the fellow Black Bulls or with the other captains, just, you know, he's very inspiring. You know, he changes the world around him. I like characters like that too as well, like Naruto and stuff like that. We got mid versus mid. Season 2 of Shield Hero fell the fuck off. Season 1 was mad cool. A lot of people have described it as since he did accomplish his goal in season 1 of, like, you know, relieving his name and like destroying that one red-haired girl that had it out for him, like the king that was above her and all the other heroes. It kind of just lost its flair. And like I think just even when it comes to the season itself, like season 2 and 3 and stuff like that, the quality just dropped. And as a main character, he's very one-dimensional. Like he's very forgettable for me. I haven't watched Boruto. I haven't watched Naruto and stuff like that, but I haven't watched Boruto. I have seen some clips, of course, like that, and like some of the more popular fights and stuff. I know the manga's a lot better than the anime, and there's a lot of filler in the anime, but the manga, I think, especially right now, from what I'm seeing on Twitter and shit, the manga going crazy for Boruto. So I'm gonna go pick Boruto. Like I said, I haven't read it and stuff like that. I have watched one season at least for Shield Hero, but not for me, bro. I'm not fucking with that dude. At least Boruto got some more substance to him. Deku, get your ass out of here, my nigga. I ain't gonna hold you at all. They kind of hold you as well, cause a better pick would have been like maybe you versus Boruto or you versus Asta or some shit. They kind of hold the fuck out of you, Deku. Deku's a great main character. Honestly, I know a lot of people want to call him a crybaby and stuff like that. But I get it to a certain extent, but I feel like he's had a lot of character development from when he first started to what he is now. He's a whole different person, honestly. Going through the whole vigilante arc and stuff like that. I know we have the new season coming out later this year, I'm pretty sure, but Eren is Eren Yeager. This man, do I gotta say anything? Genuinely, do I gotta say anything? That last movie they just ended off with, phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? And like Eren as a character is like one of the best protagonists probably of all time, in my opinion. I think for me, he's probably like top 3. I want to say 1, but there's some other people in here from the new gen category that, you know, could give him a run for his money. Let's see, and there he goes right there, Thorfinn. Saitama, they kind of sold you as well. They should have put your ass versus Deku. Because Thorfinn, definitely easily top 3 for me. I'm not caught up on the manga, but like, how do I even explain it? So I think I watched the first half of season 1, then I dropped it for whatever reason. Came back to it, my homie Pan, like I've been mentioning, he told me, bro, if you don't go fucking read that shit. I read it all the way, like I read like 200 chapters. Like I don't know what chapter there are right now for Vinland Saga, but I read like I read to the part, I guess spoiler alert, where they start making like the new country and stuff like that. And I think some guy, like, because they wanted to bring no weapons to the new world, right? They wanted to leave all the, he's all about like, I have no enemies and stuff like that, right? So he didn't want to bring any weapons. But I think like there was a group of people who came with him that did like smuggle weapons who did smuggle weapons to the new land. And I think they started beefing with the natives that were there. And I think they ended up like not killing, but like they ended up like drawing blood, and that's where I ended off at, somewhere around that time. Of course, I'm actively reading and caught up to One Punch Man, with the whole like, I think they're showing like Flash's this name, and like the supersonic guy right now, or whatever, Soundo Sonic, whatever his name is, the ninja always trying to go after Saitama. I'm caught up for One Punch Man, but even still, Thorfinn, phenomenal character. Like, again, like top, like we're talking about, like he is the upper echelon of main characters for new gen or just for all of anime, in my opinion at least. Emma versus Yukihiro Soma. This is very like, it's not mid versus mid, but I feel like it's very like, this is kind of like a good matchup in the sense of like, I don't know, because think again, I only watched the season 1 of Promised Neverland, and season 1 is probably one of the best seasons of anime in my opinion ever. Probably one of the best first episodes of an anime ever. Emma as a main character is very, very strong. Of course, there's Norman and Ray, obviously, but Emma, like, just how she leads the group and how like her character development of how like, of course all of them are like didn't know what's going on compared to the second, towards the latter half of the first season when they start really teaming up, trying to get an escape plan and stuff like that. Yukihiro Soma, very one-dimensional, honestly. I guess again one of those characters that kind of changes the environment around them. I think like that's another hot take for me, at least. Like when it comes to Food Wars, with each season it got worse. And this is in my opinion. And as a main character, like I said, very, very one-dimensional. I know they butchered season 2 for Promised Neverland. They said they skipped over like 3 major arcs or some shit like that. I don't know why the hell they did that shit. I know the manga is like mad peak for when it comes to Promised Neverland. So I'm probably gonna go with Emma. I do like Food Wars. Like I have a special place for it in my heart. It's like one of the first anime I ever watched. And it has its moments. It has like, it comes down to the wire. It's very tense sometimes when they be cooking and shit like that. People be just becoming naked when they be tasting good food. They be going crazy. You know what I'm saying? But Promised Neverland, just as an anime and the main character versus main character, I'm for sure picking Emma. But I still do like Food Wars. Man, oh man. And the thing is, bro, I really want to pick Tanjiro, but I already know that as a main character, because I'm caught up with, I finished Demon Slayer. I'm caught up on the anime, obviously. I'm pretty sure everybody is that watch the anime is probably caught up on Demon Slayer, at least anime wise. I read the manga, so I already know what happens. I know the ending is not to everybody's liking. Tanjiro is a very like one-dimensional character. Again, one of those characters like Naruto and them who just changes the environment around them. Every time he comes into contact with anybody, when it be like the Hashira or his friends, he makes them start, having hope and being more peaceful. Like he literally broke down the Mist Hashira. I forgot what his name off the top of my head. Is it Tokito? But y'all know like the Mist Hashira, the one we just saw, the youngest one, right? Like he literally like made that man be like, he was like all like, to himself, and like he's a prodigy. He's not fucking with nobody else. Now he's like Tanjiro's damn near like best friend. You know what I'm saying? And that's all the Hashira. Whenever they come in contact with Tanjiro, they start like not easing up, but it's like he breaks them out their shell damn near. You know what I'm saying? And of course he does have a lot of character development in terms of like him just becoming more steel-willed and him just becoming more driven to save Nezuko and everything like that. But he's still a very one-dimensional character compared to Mob. And I haven't watched all of Mob. I'm not fully caught up. I have watched the first 2 seasons of Mob Psycho. Very phenomenal seasons. And honestly, his character development is way more than Tanjiro, and he still has a great character development. But at the same time, like he does what Tanjiro does, where he affects the people around him, but he's still growing within himself. Breaking out of his shell, not like the small like shy character he was at the beginning of the season. He becomes a lot more than that, by the end. Or at least like when I was watching. So I can only imagine what he is now. You know what I'm saying? So in good faith, I do have to pick Mob. If I pick Tanjiro, I'll probably be crucified, honestly. So let's just go ahead and pick Mob. Bam, get the fuck out of here. Honestly, I've not read the webtoon. I did watch this season, but I don't know anything about this dude or how he grows or anything like that. My boy Hinata, they're dropping the movies this year for the next arc. Yes, sir. Haikyuu got it. And show he like the thing was when it comes to sports anime is like when they grow, it's more they grow in like mindset, they grow in their skills, they grow in their techniques, they grow how they like perceive the game. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's like it's a lot easier way to grow characters in sports anime. Because like, you know, they just have to go train. They have to go like maybe take a break from the game and go have some slice of life moments and then come back and look at the game differently. You know what I'm saying? Compared to someone who's like, you know, Kaneki, where he's like living in a fucking crucified world where he has to be fighting for his life every 3 seconds. So it's a lot more like abstract with Kaneki. Kaneki's washing Tatsumi, by the way. This nigga he's not going far at all. I ain't gonna hold you at all. Not at all. I'm picking Asta over Boruto. I know I haven't read the manga, so maybe in the manga he's going crazy. But I heard the Black Clover manga going crazy too, and I think it's about to end very, very soon. But for me, I like Asta more. Like I said, all the Boruto fans, you know, y'all can tell me down below how goated he is from the manga. Thorfinn is washing Shinra, in my opinion. I know the manga finished for Fire Force as well, and he like tied it back to like his last work, which was like Soul Eater, and it was like this whole overarching thing, and that's mad cool and all, but Thorfinn is watching this man instantaneously. His character development might be like the best, like genuinely the best I've ever seen written in a manga or anime, whatever, and a manga. It's actually insane. Like from like what he has to go through and how he ends up is insane. Definitely Mob. Rimuru is a very one-dimensional character. I think he had an easy matchup in the first round or whatever, so that's why he's probably even here. But I do like Slime and stuff like that, but it's nothing like to write home about when it comes to the main character. You know what I'm saying? Mob goes through a lot more, has to develop a lot more. I'm not even caught up, so I can only imagine what he is right now. He probably is so freaking different and goated. This is a very good matchup because it is very dramatic, and you know, like they go through a lot of pain type of characters. You know what I'm saying? Super versus Shinichi. I finished Parasite. A lot of people have, you know, it's like a 1 season type of thing. I'm not fully caught up on Subaru and ReZero. It's like in good faith I want to pick Shinichi. I've seen him grow. I've seen his like full development. I'm not caught up on Subaru, so I'm kind of hoeing him right now. For what I have watched though, like ReZero, like the first 2 seasons, they were cooking with his skill. They were cooking. They were definitely cooking. Because like that first when I first started watching ReZero, and this man was like really getting clapped, and he was like what the fuck is going on? Like, and how he started like using his skill differently, like, and some of the deaths he undergoes is so crazy. I think the most like the one I remember the most is like this one time, like they were like in some snowy part of the anime, and like, you know, someone died, something happened to where he died again, right? And I think Amelia is like, she's like a little like familiar, like some type of pet thing, some monster or whatever, and like the monster turns into like this big ass like white wolf damn near, and like because I think Amelia died or something like that in that, like, you know, in that I guess like that life or whatever, his like in one of his lives, Amelia died, right? And the guy turned into the familiar turned into some big ass white monster thing and like literally like ate this nigga. That shit was fucking crazy. But after saying all of that and stuff like that, I probably still have to go Shinichi. Just because I finished the anime, I know how you fully develop. He's a very, very good character, very good, well-written character. And Super, I just say I haven't caught up on ReZero. That's like the main thing that's probably gonna like hoe a lot of these characters. I haven't finished a lot of these, or caught up on a lot of these manga enough for me to do like a really good argument for them. You know what I'm saying? This one definitely going Boji. I think even maybe if I read the manga I'd change my mind, but even so, like, I really do love Boji. I don't think he's gonna win this entire thing, but I really do love Boji, genuinely. Definitely Aaron over Rudius. Easy pick. I don't gotta say too much. Aaron's character development is actually genuinely crazy. Like, if you go, and the fact that you can watch AOT over again and watch it in a different light, and and Aaron as a character, bro, from when he first starts off to where he ends at is like, what the fuck? It's like night and day, literally night and day. Shoyo versus Itadori, probably definitely go Itadori. This is not a hard matchup for him at all. I do love Hinata a lot, but I don't know, you know, as main characters wise, like Itadori is he's grown a lot more. I know he's grown a lot more in the manga. I have not caught up on the manga. I basically kind of know what's going on because they can't keep spoilers away. You know what I'm saying? They decide to spoil every fucking chapter, no matter what social media your platform you're on. But Itadori, I know he definitely grows a lot more than he is right now. I hope, like I said, I know like he, like when it compares to other characters, like, and that's inside the anime or the manga or whatever, he's kind of lackluster at times. But he's still a very good main character. He drives the story forward. Like Gojo aside, like he be doing his thing. That was a very cool fight versus Choso. He went through a lot this season. He lost a lot. Like if you're caught up, he lost a lot. You know what I'm saying? We all lost a lot. See, I'll go with Itadori. I'm surprised where the fuck is Denji at? They kind of hold. I might go through some of the characters that should be here. I don't know where the fuck Denji's at from Chainsaw Man. Kaneki versus Mob. Gonna go with Kaneki. If you read the manga for Tokyo Ghoul, this man Kaneki it's equivalent to like an Eren or a Thorfinn. He's definitely up there. Mob is definitely up there too, but I'm not fully caught up. But I think even if I was fully caught up with Mob, like the shit this man goes through on the left is actually insane. Y'all probably at least watch season 1. If y'all remember the whole him and like the Jason scene when he was in that chair and the man was counting, that entire scene is so beautiful, dog. And he broke out of that shit and started. Oh man, nah. Yeah. Kaneki, he's him. Definitely Thorfinn. Don't gotta think twice. Definitely better than Asa as a main character. Way better character development. Way more deeper. Way more depth compared to Asta. But not every. That's another thing as well. Like this is kind of maybe a different tangent, but like different main characters or just different characters in general, different anime in general can be good for certain reasons. You know what I'm saying? People would sit there and try to compare. Freaking Spy Family to like AOT, like see AOT is better, but it's like, bro, they're doing two different things. You know what I'm saying? It's like Asta compared to a Thorfinn, they're both fighting and trying to like reach different things, and they're both in their respective anime. But like you can tell Asta's I can't say it's a lot more lighthearted because people would be dying in Black Clover, but Thorfinn he be getting out the mud. You know what I'm saying? So definitely Thorfinn. Eren versus Boji, you're gonna have to bow out now. Love you, that's my homeboy, but Eren is Eren Yeager. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta say too much. Itadori versus Shinichi. I kind of low-key want to pick Shinichi right here too over Itadori, honestly, because like I said, main character wise, I think Shinichi is definitely up there. Will he win this entire thing? Probably not. We got a lot of other hard hitters, but I think Shinichi over Itadori is not like some crazy hot take, unless you only watch like mainstream anime, you've never even looked at Parasite before, maybe. But I think as a main character, definitely Shinichi. But he's gonna lose right now to Kaneki because Kaneki is a goat. I ain't gonna hold you at all. And it's probably gonna be Thor versus Eren. And this is fucking insane because these are like probably like in my top 3, or genuinely probably in my top 3. Because the thing is, like before I read Vinland Saga, Eren was my number 1, and like right after I watched Thorfinn, because I read AOT, I finished it because I think I forget what season it was, but it was like maybe season 4 of AOT where they left us on another cliffhanger. And I was like, I'm not waiting that fucking long. No, it wasn't even a cliffhanger. I think it was they left us on like one episode, and it was like mid-season for AOT. And I was like, I'm not waiting another week, so I just binged it for the rest of it for AOT, and phenomenal, of course. But after I read Vinland Saga, it just changed my Eren was number 1 for me for a very, 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 very long time. And then I read Vinland Saga and Thorfinn, like I don't know if he either tied him or just like jumped above him a little bit. At least when it comes to like new gen. I don't know, dog. Like his whole he has so many fire panels at Thorfinn, dog. Of course, like the one I have no end. Of course, the whole trope, the trend, but just like his going through Askeladd with the loss of his father. The fact that he turns it all around, he's making his own place right now with peace. Like he's so anti-weapons now. He wants to just solve everything just through his character is night and day. It's just like Eren. I feel like this one can go either way, honestly. And I'm interested what y'all got to say down below, because like these two characters are so, and like especially this last season, because they both had a season come out last year for both anime, and like they both did really, really well. It's just like awards wise, ratings wise, like just in general, just very, very good. I think I want to go. Because I finished more recently Vinland Saga, so I want to say like even a little bit more recency bias. I know, of course, the anime just finished, but I've been read the story for AOT before the anime finished. So it's like I've had to sit with it longer and think over it a lot longer than I have. I've sat with it a lot longer. But since I finished Vinland Saga a lot earlier, or caught up a lot earlier, it's still like more fresh in my mind, if that even makes any sense. I think I'm gonna go Thorfinn. That might be a hot take, and it might be kind of crazy. But I think I'm gonna go Thorfinn. But I think it goes either way, bro. Like if you ask me, like I think on depending on what day it is, it might go either way. But I'm gonna go Thorfinn. I'm for sure gonna go Thorfinn. And then Kaneki versus Thorfinn. I think I'm still gonna stick with Thorfinn. But Kaneki's probably like, to me, he's probably 3. Like out of these people, I'm probably putting him at 3, easily. Like when I tell you like Tokyo Ghoul is so genuinely good. And like, cause it's just like I said, like all these 3 characters, and like when in terms of like how they started off as and how they end up as, is actually so insane. This man goes Kaneki's, I think, is more related to an Eren, cause they both start off as like young kids, very impressionable. They go through like a lot of trauma, and then they just turn that switch on, start going demon mode, start making like the hard decisions. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I love that archetype of a character. And even his ending. Hold on. Even Kaneki's ending is kind of crazy. I'm not trying to spoil it because like I know not everybody has read Tokyo Ghoul. But like, nah, it's like a whole full circle thing too. Oh, Cause I've read Tokyo Ghoul a lot more recently. I think I read it like right after Vinland Saga. I was kind of just going like from long goated manga to long goated manga, over and over. Cause I wanted to read the best of the best. Oh my! Cause I might be kind of sleeping on Tokyo Ghoul. Cause y'all might be repping him hard too in the comments. I'm actually very interested. I'm very, very interested. Oh fuck. See, this why I like having like people like panning them here, because then they can kind of like, okay, I'll pick the other person. You know, they have like a lot more decisive answer. Thorfinn versus Kaneki. I think I will stick with Thorfinn. It can go either way. I'm gonna stick with Thorfinn. My GOAT, my number one, at least low-key, just like new gen character, like not new gen, but like main character, and in general, I feel like he's definitely up there. But I can definitely see him like, you know, to an Eren, to Kaneki. This man got really, really high. I might need to just go watch go read the light novel or some shit, because people love Classroom of the Elite. I get I watched the whole first season, but to me, bro, it's not like it's not like, you know, it's all that. But I could be wrong. Itadori being up here makes sense. You know, very popular JJK. The JoJo fans, I'm not surprised I haven't caught up with it. Reamer being this high is fucking crazy in my opinion. Must just be like, you know, just popularity wise. Mob, very, very high up there. Wait, hold on. No, they're top 3. I'm thinking of Shinichiro. I think it's not a lot of people have watched Parasite. Where is he? Is he last? He damn near last. Oh, they're fucking tripping. He's definitely better than a lot of these people, bro. Like I said, I haven't read all the webtoons, so like maybe Bam and like Jin are like a lot better than what I'm giving them credit for. But you know, so I could be wrong. We're gonna end it right there, y'all. My top pick, at least out of this Ubu Fufu right here, is how am I already forgetting? Damn, Thorfinn. There we go, Thorfinn. Like I said before, like when we were doing it, there's no Denji from Chainsaw Man. There's probably a lot of other people that's missing too, honestly, that came out. Even like I know it's very, very recent, but even with Frieren, she's a pretty cool main character. Well, what else has came out that we're missing? The main one is just Denji, because I just know how there's no way that Denji's not here from Chainsaw Man. Like, he's one of the most popular shows, manga in general, and as a main character, he's probably like up there with those top 3. He might be better than all of them, damn near, if not like on par. I won't say that he's clearing them, because that's kind of crazy, because all 4 of them are very, very multifaceted characters. But Denji not being is actually insane. It's genuinely insane. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna leave out with that. Y'all make sure y'all go do it yourself below. Tell me what you end up with. Anyone who's not here, like in terms of a character, and I'm forgetting about right now, besides Denji, like there might be some other like, you know, glaring characters that weren't here for main characters. You let me know down below as well. What do y'all think about my picks? You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all might be happy, some of y'all might be mad, but you know, it is what it is. I love doing this anime type of content, because like I said, it's a lot more discourse, a lot more conversation. I like seeing people's different like ways they like want to like, you know, I guess not like describe, but like why they like see a particular character or a particular anime and stuff like that, right? But yeah, love you so much. Thank you for all the support, and yeah, see y'all next video. Peace.